Bullets 1 and 8 on a... It's bullets 1 and... Oh, ricochets. Beam. Beam. God, there's 2 of them. What am I doing to them? Dude. Jesus, what am I doing, bro? On first glance, I didn't really think much of the Khvostov exotic. It gets some cool ricochet bullets, which could be fun, but didn't exactly seem useful to me. That was until I tried the weapon, and wow, I was stunned. The fact of the matter is, this gun has several layers to it. It has a numerous amount of kind of secrets and mini games, or perks if you want to call it that come together to make it as strong as it is. There's a lot more than meets the eye to this gun. Firstly, our exotic perk is the right choice. Every 7th bullet from this weapon deals additional damage and ricochets to nearby targets, and that's complemented by Eyes Up Guardian. Collecting orbs of power strengthens this weapon's next several ricochet shots. It says it provides more damage, but it doesn't, at least currently, and it gives it more bounces between targets. Like I mentioned, this doesn't seem like much, but it does add up, and this is kind of the piece that brings the whole puzzle together. Without an orb pickup and the enhanced Eyes Up Guardian ricochet, you're going to be able to ricochet a bullet once within 8 meters between targets. And funny enough, although this is always going to be a body shot, it does higher damage than the standard body shot, being 19 damage instead of 16 damage. This serves to take a shot off of your TTK of other targets when they're in a group, so by the time you have to fight them, you'll be able to get a really competitive fast TTK against them. This really gets insane though with the orb pickup and when Eyes Up Guardian kicks in. Your ricochet bullets will now ricochet twice between only 2 targets, going from the second target back, dealing damage again to the first, which effectively means you're going to get a faster TTK against your single target, so long as they have a teammate somewhat nearby. And the range of the ricochet potential also gets doubled by Eyes Up Guardian, going from 8 meters to 17 meters. That's a really forgiving range for a ricochet bullet, and again, it guarantees you a really fast time to kill against both targets. The ricochet bullets aren't only useful against multiple targets though, because again, under the right choice, it says every 7th bullet from the weapon deals additional damage. This means every 7 bullets, including the first, will deal 31 damage. This small boost of damage though is actually really impactful, and probably the biggest secret of the weapon, that it actually decreases the time to kill on the weapon. Because of the damage boost, the Khvostov can kill in 0.7 seconds, an insanely fast time to kill against 5 resilience and under. Otherwise, you're going to be getting an 8 crit 1 body, a more lenient 9-shot kill in 0.8 seconds. But the name of the game for this weapon is all about the 7s. They mentioned in the trailer for this weapon that they hid a bunch of 7s all over the weapon. The name is the Khvostov 7G. It's got 7s all over the stats with 47 range, 47 stability, 71 handling, 79 reload, 87 aim assist, 17 zoom, and 27 in air. And with the increased damage every 7 shots, it lets us get a sneaky way to hide in a 0.7 time to kill, where if we happen to grab an orb, we get 7 enhanced ricochet shots, which will also give us 17 meters of ricochet range as opposed to 8. There are secret 7 stats hidden all over this weapon, and they all really do make a difference. The ricochet bullets, especially the enhanced ones, is the piece of the puzzle that brings it all together, because it's all about making sure we get that 0.7 TTK. And by widening the radius that those ricochets are actives and the amount of times it ricochets, we can pretty much guarantee a 0.7 all the time. This is such a cool, creative, hidden way of making this weapon really strong without making it too strong against a single target. Like, this has got to be like Bungie 7 Easter egg, the gun. But to get the full potential of the 7 meme, you do have to be thinking, well, about 7s. The .7 is an 8-shot kill, which means you need to have a boosted shot at the start on the first bullet of your kill and on the last bullet of your kill. The last bullet will be actually the start of the next interval of 7 shots. That's why the easiest way to achieve this is to just have a full magazine. The 43rd bullet is a boosted shot, then the 7 shots after will land at the second boosted shot. But the boosted shots are every 7 bullets still, so 43, 36, 29, 22, 15, 18, and 1 of course are the locations of that. And that means that even if you're partway into the mag, you just kind of have to know how far down you are, how many intervals of 7 you are to find your next 8-shot .7 TTK. So if I went through the top of the mag, let's say I can find myself, if I start at the 22nd bullet, that means I'm gonna have the 15th bullet to end on from my .7 TTK. It's a little confusing, so just reload and don't miss your shots. Hit your full 8 shots right off the reload. Easy. In practice though, you really don't have to think about this that much. Just try and land your shots as much as possible, and the ricochets are going to take care of the rest. The ricochets will carry you in most cases to that .7, so long as targets are somewhat by each other. And the best way to maximize on your uptime of the enhanced ricochet shots is really just with a Reaper mod and a fast class ability cooldown. So you can run things like the Phoenix Dive, Hunter Dodge, or even Titan Thruster, and all of those have a pretty good cooldown for the Reaper mod. Of course, you can use kinetic siphons as well, but I really don't like those nearly as much because they take multi-kills to activate. Another really underrated part of this weapon is actually shoot to loot. This perk is insane on this gun, and the plays you can make with it are just absolutely crazy. This thing essentially gives this almost like a built-in devourer as well, if you get really good at shooting those orbs on the ground, because you can shoot orbs to pick it up. And obviously in PvP you can even shoot the ammo that drops depending on the mode if ammo crates are enabled, which is cool. But the biggest thing is going to be shooting orbs. If you get really good at that, you can shoot them out of the air and essentially get health back because of the boots mods that allow you to get health. And again, that's like Devour. You go into your next kill that's hopefully been ricocheted maybe once or twice with a .7 TTK, and you're going to be close to full health against them. That is insane. Even if you don't shoot it like out of the air, just being able to back off for a second, shoot an orb, get some elemental buffs from maybe prismatic or depending on the class that you're running, and get a really competitive time to kill on top of that with hopefully full health. Man, it's just so strong. And this thing feels damn good to use. That is in part because of its stats, which, if I had to be honest, I don't think are telling the full story. The big standout stats are going to be its handling, aim assist, and zoom. The handling is exceptional. I love high handling weapons, and it's something I won't play without anymore, so 71 handling is very good for responsive ADS speed and swap speed. The aim assist is incredible on this weapon. This is the upper echelon of that. 87 that can be juiced up to about 100, I want to say, with triple targeting if you really wanted to. Makes this weapon feel like it just lands headshots, has a good margin of error, feels excellent in close range, and again, it just increases your odds of landing those much needed headshots for your .7 TTK. Zoom and aim assist kind of go hand in hand though. Usually higher zoom takes away aim assist in a way earlier on, so if you're in closer range, it's going to be a lot more exact because it stretches and pushes out the range and distance of your accuracy and aim assist cone. Complicated things that I'm not going to get too much into right now, but higher aim assist essentially makes it so that you're going to still get a good degree of lenience in close range, but if you really get further out, it gets really nice. Like, you're really going to just like paint yellow numbers. So this gun's aim assist is very good. It's tempered by the zoom, but overall it's high enough that it feels really strong at most ranges, I want to say, lending to this gun's versatility overall. And what really brings this together is the stability. Now, this has only 47 stability, which is not a very high number, but It's very, very good. This gun is a laser beam, and I can't quite figure out why. Initially, I thought it's because of the zoom, because mechanically zoom has an interaction with stability, where because of the magnification, your weapon actually ends up recoiling less. But I tried other 600 RPM auto rifles that had 18 zoom, and they recoiled still quite a bit more, which leads me to believe that maybe it's a mix of the recoil direction stat being so high at 97 and a little bit of perhaps some deterministic recoil goodness or additional things under the hood. Now, I compared it to the Martyr's Make, which had 78 recoil direction and a very similar stability stat and higher zoom, and Martyr's Make ended up still recoiling quite a bit more, so perhaps again the recoil direction in combination with the zoom and stability makes it as tightly packed together as it is. And whatever maybe deterministic recoil is going on for the weapon, maybe some secret sauce under the hood is just making it really packed together in a complete laser beam of a gun. But I'd love to know why specifically in the future. That's all I've got for you on the Khvostov, though. I think there is so much more, like I said, that meets the eye to this weapon, and as a result, it's become, I think, my favorite weapon this update in DLC. It's truly a joy to use, it's incredibly satisfying, and there's so many layers to it that keeps it really, really fun. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.